Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Today I want to talk about Amazon. Is it actually helping small towns? Now, a lot of people are probably in the city. A lot of people watching YouTube are probably in the city. But what you might not know is small towns have been shrinking, especially around where I am. The best export of these small towns has generally been the youth. And because of that, we've been experiencing a lot of issues. And a lot of the time, the youth want to get out there. They want to experience new things. They want to be able to get things that they actually want. And the people within the towns, they were lucky. A lot of them were lucky. A lot of them were born in the town, grew up with the town, and man, some were just so lucky they found a thing and they could actually make money with it, and they grinded on it, and they did so good. But there's just no opportunities in the small town for people. But the internet seems to be changing that. Now, with the exodus from the small town, the big cities have been getting bigger and bigger, and the housing has been getting more expensive and more expensive. Anybody that in North America that lives in a city can tell you the prices are outrageous. I thought the price of housing was going to come down 10 years ago. I thought it was unbelievable 10 years ago. And it's just stupid in the city. The price of housing is unbelievably stupid in the city. And we got a lot of people moving in there. And the unfortunate part is the exodus from the small town moving to the city has changed the cities. The cities aren't what they were. A lot of the times we would go to the cities for particular things you couldn't get anywhere else. And because of that, the cities have changed. I'm talking about, for example, Toronto, Queen Street. So Bay Street was the street with the bankers and all that stuff, and Queen Street was the street for the hipsters, where you could get stores that you just couldn't find anywhere else. Well, because all the hipsters and everyone moved to the city, the price of rent for all those places went up. And they can't afford this rent, so they're selling their places to big name labels like A&W and stuff. We have lost a lot of really good locations in Toronto to places like A&W, La Senza, places like that. To me, my will to move to Toronto died when the Silver Snail, which was the local comic book factory more or less, when the Silver Snail closed its doors on Queen Street. It just broke my heart. It's still cool. I don't even know what street it's on these days, but now it's an upstairs place with a coffee bar, and they don't sell half as many things as they used to. I'll never forget the first time I walked in and seen that checkerboard floor. But anyways, it's getting to the point you don't need that stuff anymore. Nobody needs back issues of comic books anymore because they can get trades online. They can digitally download everything, and hell, you can even pirate off like it's like readcomiconline.to, and because of that, everything's changing. The world is changing. The internet's changing everything, and the exodus to the big city is definitely changing everything. But we got Amazon in there now. So we don't need to be there all the time. We don't need to be where Walmart is all the time. Walmart exploded in the last 10 years. I remember when I was in, like, if I wanted a Walmart, I had to drive at least 1 hour. Now I can drive 15 minutes, which is freaking awesome. And there's some things Amazon can't change about that. But Amazon can still deliver damn near anything you want to your door without an issue. The entertainment has changed. Amazon has changed. You can get darn near anything. I wouldn't even be too surprised. You could get groceries through Amazon eventually. So it's got that going for it. Now again, the prices of housing is unbelievably expensive. Unbelievably expensive. But if you're in the small town, it ain't so bad, because nobody wants to live in the small town. Real estate is definitely exploding everywhere, including the small town. But if you get a place in the small town for a reasonable price, you're good. You're good. There's no big issue because you can get a reasonable price house. So this next generation, I really feel like they're not going to want to go to the city, and Amazon's just going to take care of the purchases. And entertainment's definitely a lot different than what it used to be. You can get all of this entertainment to the home, which is awesome. But yeah, you can get anything you want delivered from Amazon, pretty much, except groceries. But again, I think that'll be changing. Anyway, just thoughts from me. That's it for me. Nev from Nev's Tech Bets. Have a good one, folks. Take care of each other.